Hello and a very warm welcome to what is the first back page Friday of 2013. Well, the new year's only just a couple of days old and we've already had our first round of SPL fixtures and we've said a few hellos and goodbyes. It's time to find out more in today's edition of the Daily Record. Well, I think the big talking point in today's paper is the Edinburgh Derby, and it probably tells you, Anthony, a lot about the quality of football on offer last night, that the big talking point today is a tackle.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute shocker, let's be honest. Ryan Stevenson challenge on James McPake, to me, is a shocker and he should have been sent off. But to give Willie Collum the benefit of the doubt, he's only seen that in real time. He's not seen many replays of it, which we've had the benefit of. But when you see it again, it certainly looks a bad one, and I'd be very surprised if Vincent Lunny doesn't call up Ryan Stevenson for that one. It's a bad challenge, but I thought McPake's reaction to it was very good. He was hurt, but he didn't roll about the deck and didn't try to get the man sent off. So I think it's now in the hands of Vincent Lunny. You might want to study that closely. He's got a huge gash in his shin as well, James. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody saw that last night on the telly, that he's got a huge gash, and I mean, that tells you all you need to know about the tackle. And as you say, it tells you all you need to know about the quality of the football. It was bereft of quality last night, and an absorbing derby, an intriguing derby, but I think we were all just hoping somebody would score or something would happen, apart from the negative points, i.e. the tackle. And, you know, sadly it didn't. It didn't, yes, sadly it didn't. Now, there's been a few ins and outs already. The window's only just opened. Jamie Murphy's off to Sheffield United. Ryan McGowan is taking a slow boat to China. But a new man has arrived in the scene at Celtic Park. Ravi Gershon is popped in for signing talks. I mean, I think that's a good move by Celtic if they really want cover for Effie Ambrose, who, if he goes the distance in the African Cup of Nations, won't be back. Well, or will be back just before the first leg against Juventus in February the 12th. So, and if this guy fits the bill, then for 800,000, or a loan move with a possible £800,000 deal at the end of it, would suit both parties. You know, the boy came in last night, we spoke to him in the airport, he seems quite excited, he wants to sign, so I think that they're all very much positive for Celtic. I don't think it'll be a hard thing to push over the line. Whether or not the guy can play, because whoever you speak to, he's not played a lot of football for his clubs, and nobody really knows too much about him, but he's obviously got something if he's on Celtic's radar. The young John Souttar making his debut for Dundee United the other day, 16 years old and 100 days, and making us all feel like old men. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and with Rangers being out of the top flight, a lot of clubs like Aberdeen, Dundee United and Hibs can experiment, and Hearts can experiment with players, young players, just throw them in and see how they cope. You know, because the pressure is now on them to actually finish high in the table. You know, with one of the old firm removed. You know, and the thing about it is, seeing a lot of young guys play, it can only enhance their careers. It can only make them better players. They get a taste of that very early. It didn't hurt for the likes of James McCarthy, who's gone on. He made his debut at 16 for Hamilton in the SPL, and you look at guys like that, and all you can say is good luck to the likes of John Souttar, and I hope he does well. Now, there's an incredible story. I mean, you've really captured the mood of it as well, because I noticed there's talks going on at Dundee to discuss Barry Smith's future. I mean, extraordinary stuff, really. Disgrace, an absolute disgrace. What that man has given to the club, Dundee, as a player and as a manager. I mean, you can't put a price on that. And who are Dundee going to bring in that's going to change the fortunes of the club around, or who's going to make a big difference in the short term? You know, and I agree with Gordon Chisholm to that. Why not give the man some money in January, get a couple of experienced players that could move them up the table and get them into 10th or 11th spot and avoid relegation? I mean, this guy has had hardly any time to prepare for this league, and you know, to turn around and take their anger and ire out on Barry, I think they've got short memory, supporters. What did Dundee expect? What did they expect was going to happen this season? That they'd be top six? I don't think so. They were always going to be struggling, you know. So, but to give it to Barry, I don't know. I don't get the mentality of fans sometimes. I really don't, and I think it'd be sad. It'd be sad if they sacked Barry Smith. It would be an absolute disgrace, as the headline says. Yeah. Now, we're going into the winter break now. This is an opportunity for clubs to basically avoid a couple of weeks worth of transfer speculation. It'll also be a chance for the players to rest, but
what's happening with yourself, Anthony? Did they put you into cold storage as well?
Well, I think a lot of people would want to put me into cold storage for a lot of things I've written over the years, but surprisingly I've got this weekend off, Saturday and Sunday off. I won't be covering any football, so I might find that hard, but I'll maybe go along to my local bookmaker and invest in a football coupon and throw it at Jeff Stelling once it's gone belly up after about 15 minutes. But I don't think I'd like to have 2 more weekends like that where I'm not active. I like to go to a game. Aye. So I know the SFL's still on, isn't it? So I might actually take myself along and go and watch a game, because I like that ritual of going to a football match. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe pick one in the first division.
Well, thanks very much for joining us today, and we'll see you back here this time next week.